everybody, and welcome back to Griffin Farm. This is actually going to be our last stream here on the map because next week it is Team Red versus Green. Is the teaser you just watched on the way into the stream. Both teams are currently practicing, testing things out, trying things out on the server, validating things are going to work, because one of the stipulations in the challenge is that when the challenge starts, mods are frozen. No new mods are added, no mods are changed, no mods are updated. Only thing that is allowed is, should a mod be found to cause a conflict or an issue, it can be removed. That is it. So people need to figure out exactly what you need now, because you're going to go a whole month, 744 game hours, or real hours of running server time without adding anything new. Scooter's Workbench, Ron, Nomad, Malachi, Mark. How is everybody doing tonight? I've got some news about this save. I was cultivating this field and I thought, let's just go look at that grass field. And you know what? I had 14 hay bales over there. I had some windrow left, so I windrowed that up earlier, baled it all up. It's over there on the trailer, waiting to be sold. And I am also running funsies sake and sake of getting more money. I'm running a contract over here, harvest contract. How you doing, Darren? How is Team Green coming along? Hope they're prepared. Any word on what might have messed up your all's game save? Team Green had an unfortunate event earlier today. We were able to get them back up and running, but they lost 6 hours on their testing. And they did a few hours before everything happened. Basically corrupted the save so that when we started the server back up after the daily restart in the morning, she wouldn't load. I had to roll back 6 auto saves in order to get it to load up. So yeah, it's, for me, in my opinions, logging is farm sim Russian roulette. Pull that trigger 6 times, or you can pull the trigger 5 times and not be burned. But I wouldn't pull it one more. But winner takes all. Money in the bank counts. Forestry is a very, very big temptation, and if you can cheat it, you get that 5 trigger pulls and it not blow up in your face, and then the challenge is over. Well, pulled out probably a victory with respect to the bank account, probably. Oh boy, what is up? How are you doing on getting that machine ready to rock and roll? I don't know. I mean, trees can just so easily glitch out. Gotta be careful. Hey, Nismo, what's up? Now, I did update precision farming before I started this stream. And that update supposedly had some fixes for the soybean problem. Although I don't know if we're ever really going to find out. Because this is going to be the last stream of the night. Might be the last stream on this map, that's what I mean to say. Because next week, going to be Team Red versus Green. I'm out of town tomorrow, so no streaming tomorrow night. We'll be back in town Sunday night, and we'll be one night on the test server. We go live Monday. Team Red versus Green challenge. Nismo, I don't understand your question. What do you think? Which mods need Mod Hub? What? AJ Farmer, what is up? Ah, you should not be honored. We should be honored that you chose to share this creation with us. 2 years of hard work, if I remember right. May your next map not take quite as long. You can enjoy another fine creation. Farm Alls forever. How you doing tonight? Oldman Sims, howdy. Good boy. This should be all pinned in the general chat for the challenge. A spreadsheet that goes over all of the details. So she'll be pinned in the Team Red and Green group chat. I was in a little bit. Giving them a few tips and tricks. Try to make things a little more efficient. I think Terraformer is in right now. Testing a strategy. I think he's going to need some assistance. I don't know if you're available to jump in and help him out. Basically wants to see what it's going to take to fill something up. Hey, Mark, it's all good. It's all good. Nobody's expected to catch everything. All right, well, we got half the field seeded. Time to fill her in. We've got our harvester already staged down there for corn. I have to finance our sugar beet harvester. Another reason why we're running the harvesting contract down on field 16. And after all that rain, I really was surprised that we had 14 hay bales off of this northern field 33. On the big TV. Where I belong, the big TV, not the little one. Randy, what is up? Up to the sky again. Oh, I'm glad you're doing good. Tim, how you doing tonight? Oh no, the what brand wheel do you have? It's got a plastic bolt? Oh well, heck, mine might be plastic, I don't know. My wheel's been secured to my gaming setup for probably 5 years. Hasn't been disconnected once. Oh, the side tech, okay. Yeah, repeated use, and I'm really surprised that it's plastic. You can't get a, can't slip a metal bolt down through there. Hey Sam, what's up? See Mark, I say get the Logic, get a Thrustmaster. I've got the T150. And then there is an Xbox equivalent of that. Pretty cheap, but holds up pretty darn good. I've had my T150 for probably going on 5 years now. I bought it when I was getting into sim racing. And then I got into farm sim as something to do between the sim races while I was waiting for the next sim race to start. And, well, over the years I discovered that sim racing was just too darn stressful. And it was supposed to be for enjoyment, but it just became too stressful. Too frustrating. And basically I hung up my hat. Hung up my virtual sim racing helmet, if you will, and just took to farming full time. Oh, okay. Dennis, how you doing tonight? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the chat. Hello there, John. Wreckfest looks fun. I've got it on my Steam list, but you know what? It's one of those things that add it to the list of things to eventually get around to. Randy, we are in solo. All right, Big Jim Farming, thanks for dropping by. Much appreciated. You all had a chance to check out the 2 maps that came out today. We have another map from TNT Modding. Completely blanking on the name. Lazy Acres Farm, that is the name. And then we had a Brazilian map also hit the Mod Hub. Brazilian map was for PC only, but the Lazy Acre Farm was for everybody. Oh, 9 monitors, 3 computers. Sounds like you need a KVM switcher. 3 monitors, 3 PCs. Just switch between them. Do they make multi-monitor KVM switches? That would be an interesting question. New mics, as in plural. About running out of seed. Trying to remember if we still have seed down the shop or not. No, Jimmy, I don't cut down trees. Usually I leave the map exactly how it is with respect to trees. They're not in the way. Those trees are perfectly fine over there. Lazy Acres Farm. How you liking it? Whoa, what happened? Oh, I hit X. I hit X to fold the cedar. Oh, it's not that weird. But ultimately, it is whatever you're used to. I end up driving between the two, keyboard, mouse, and wheel. Go. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, like 5 more passes. Just keeping an eye on this harvester up here. Gets up to 90%. I'm a little curious how that mouse steering works out. Something else I was informed of today, I hadn't checked, but I was informed of today that the mods testing list reported no mods in testing. Or no mods pending testing. Sounds like they have caught up, finally, with the mods being submitted. Maybe this means they'll take a little bit longer on each mod to truly test it. That's just what I heard. So either they have, I said, well, either they kicked a whole bunch back, or people are just submitting less now. Hard to know what it is. So Graham, this is not multiplayer, this is single player. Taco Stacks, well, thank you there, sir. Ron, what's I don't see Ron's question. Hold on. Why am I not seeing Ron's question? Where's Ron's question? Scrolled up or something? Oh, okay, yeah, he asked it quite a while ago and I didn't see it. Okay. The upper left is Vehicle Inspector. over at modhoster.com. It is highly customizable. You can change the font size, change what's being displayed, the color, the order of the columns. You'll see it quite useful when we get onto the multiplayer Team Red versus Green challenge. When we have a bunch of players on the server, we'll basically be able to see what everybody's in and where they're at, what their fill levels are and such. Tim, there is, the head tracking. See the question up there now. So I used to have track IR set up before I changed my main monitor out. But when I swapped the main monitor out, it is now too tall for track IR to be effectively used. So I just disconnected it. But, track IR, when you're in the cab, you look left, it looks left. You look right, it's right. When you lean forward, it'll zoom in. Track hat is kind of uses the same principle, except track hat has, I think, active LEDs in the hat, and then a receiver camera or whatever that monitors those LEDs on the monitor, whereas track IR, who's it? Darn. Oh, AJ Farmer, if you're in, this road sign up here is the weirdest thing ever. Okay, you see it down under the ground? The other stream, it was following us in the sky. I don't know what's going on. It has a weird collision with it, where you don't even have to be anywhere as close to it, and then it just goes crazy. So track IR has a receiver, has an IR emitter and camera that goes on top of the monitor, and then it has either a clip that goes on like a set of headphones, or a clip that goes on the bill of a hat that has 3 reflector marks, and then as you move your head around, that IR emitter and then sensor basically tracks the reflective nature back and moves the first person camera. It doesn't move it when you're third person like this. It only does it when you are first person. So let's go ahead and sell our 12 hay bales. Yeah, Graham, we ran out of seed. This is the last day to plant our soybeans. So I want to get the field done. GTX, welcome. How you doing tonight? Or afternoon? Or is it morning? Thanks for the super chat, Steve the Farmer. Yep, it's 11 a.m. for you, Saturday. You're down in Aussie land, no doubt. Whoa, there's a train. Mystic Exploration, what is up? Big Jim, you and I share time zones. Optimus. Oh, hail the Autobots. No, Tukey, we're 5 seconds away from being destroyed. Distracted. Oh, and the rain comes forth. That is annoying. All right, later, Big Jim Farming. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Everybody in Australia is tomorrow. Australia is just Tomorrowland. Little Orphan Annie, when she was singing her song, she was singing all about Australia. Indeed, Mystic Explorations. GTX is the mad modder from down under. Southern Lady, welcome to the chat. All right, guys, be respectful. We have a lady in the house. Gran Wolf Alpha. That's an interesting name. Is ready? These silage bales ready yet? They are indeed ready. Eat some spinach. Three bales. Square. Why are marshmallows not square? Oh, are you in the house? AJ Farmer. I don't know if you saw that I fixed this. This wouldn't accept wrapped grass bales off of silage contracts because it's not set up to accept grass. So after I set it to accept grass, then it will take silage bales on a silage contract. Up to this. Why won't it fold? It's not raised. There we go. Oh, Jim Big Farming, I would say I love to not update it because I'm worried it breaks. I did remember to update this mod also. Let's see if it has those weird jumping issues. Coming down the road. Ah, yes, we've had the cedar. Done pretty good. Welcome back, Mesmo. Saw your comment on the Brazilian map today. I think I still have a little bit of seed up here. Indeed, I do have a little bit of seed left. Funny, this is the pallet I bought. These are all the pallets I bought right at the start. Now she's all gone. Morning, evening, afternoon. It's all a bit of perspective. I have to say that the cedar is definitely running up the road a lot better. Before I updated it, it would like grab and turn the whole tractor to the left. Not doing that anymore. It's good to see. So our only goal is to finish getting these soybeans in the ground. And then we're going to fast forward to Tamari, which will be late summer. Let's see if our sugar beets are ready or if we have to go into autumn. Get them ready. Got this little field of sugar beets and this big field of corn. Corn will definitely not be ready by tomorrow. Flamingo boot, I don't know. Now I have to say, when, I don't know. So my kid is remote 2 days a week, well, I guess 3 days a week, and in school 2 days a week. He doesn't come home with any homework on the days he is in school. On Sunday, teacher assigns a bunch of online things, and then he basically has 3 days to do them. And it's about 20 to 25 assignments. And realistically, if he hunkers down and focuses, he could have his daily schoolwork done probably in the period of about 3 hours, 3.5 hours. Now my oldest, who's in high school, she doesn't really need much monitoring on her homework and stuff, but she's usually done her at-home work pretty early in the day. Brody, I do not follow any comics of any sorts. Nor have I watched any of the superhero movies. I've just got the one seater. Now this apparently you can hook up with this thing. And you can apparently hook up 2 seeders to this. And then run them in true tandem. But it's really nice. It's got like lots of nice animations down here, the chains, and seating discs are all animated. See them moving across there. I don't know, with all this online work, these kids are going to have terrible handwriting. Alright, we got that job done. Back to the house we go. I mean, his online stuff, he's got to do various math and other things, and they expect you to write with a mouse. That is ridiculous. I mean, been using computers for going on 2.5 decades, and dang it, I can't write a word with a mouse and have it be legible. They expect these kids to do it. Ah, there we go. Late summer. Still growing. Yeah, still think we need to wait a couple minutes. Transition happens. While we're waiting on that, let's go down here. Haul this. There, that transition happened. If you were paying attention, we saw the sunflowers transition right before our eyes. I don't know, Tuki. Usually I just block letter things. Whatever you call it, non-cursive. Got to remember the Tatra. The brakes are pretty weak. Hey Rich, what's up? braking. I know, right? I mean, I have very little need to actually write anything, but the only thing I ever write are checks. Oh, well, at least somebody's corn is ready. No, checks are not finished with. All right, what are we doing? Oh. I don't know, Rich. Saw mods show up in the mod hub. I didn't really pay attention to what they were. I didn't see anything that looked overly impressive. From the descriptions, I would say. Alright, so let's see here. What is the moisture? Oh my gosh, that's pretty high moisture. Up. Oh, no, we still have wet crop. Wet crop went away. Let's check. Yep, last stage of growth, last stage of growth. First stage growth, first stage growth. Oh yeah, okay. I saw a trailer that looked like the Wilson. I'm like, it looks like a Wilson. That's so okay. I mean, it's not to be down on modders or anything, but at this point, with the thousands of mods on the Giants mod hub alone, let alone the mods everywhere else in the world, just felt like yet another belly dump trailer that maybe was color changeable. I mean, there was one the other day that was like Wilson, but it was like a 40-foot trailer. I'm like, what is it? A little shorter than the in-game Wilson? Yeah, nothing bad about modders. Nothing bad about hampering creativity. It's just at this point, it takes a little bit something else to get excited. Now the one fill point or fill level means it probably would work better with course play. Course play is still not like the 2-chamber trailers. We're gonna have to do some weeding down here. Ah. Once we get this harvest done, we'll put some herbicide on those other fields. Now I saw the mod that was like a hand axe to cut firewood, and I thought to myself, that's no different than just cutting it with a chainsaw, except that it looked like it also included some sort of auto loading pallet for firewood. Reminded me of back in the day when we had metal frames that were built out that were basically like a quarter cord and a half cord. And if you packed them full, they'd basically be a quarter and a half cord. Did you all know that you could cut firewood? Quote unquote cut firewood? Just with the chainsaw? You didn't need an axe or anything. I don't really know the details of what TNT got in trouble for. Now, I know that there were a bunch of, I guess, XML entries in the maps that changed the behavior of base game equipment. Made it either work faster, more capacity, bigger working widths, but that's about all I know that he had in some of the maps. I never had to use a wedge, but we had a split and maul. Thing was, I don't know how heavy it was, but back when I was a kid, probably too heavy. I probably shouldn't have been swinging it, right? But I know if you didn't hit it with the head square, the thing would want to shoot off to the side and just pull you, just jerk you around. Land do we own? Oh, there's some trees on that. Oh, it's too tall. Oh, it's not cutting the way I want it. We get another piece. Haven't done this since 17. Go. Go. Don't have the lumberjack. No, not on this save. We'll have the lumberjack mod in for red versus green. That was a request. And now we got ourselves some firewood. Well, later on, Tukey, we got a pneumatic splitter, which was awesome. Except, guess who was in charge of picking up the blocks of wood and putting them on the splitter? I don't know what you're talking about, Mark. You're talking about the lumberjack mod? Used it for the first time today. All I know, it gets rid of stumps. Yeah, I think it took like, I don't know, 30-inch logs or pieces or whatever, 24-inch pieces. I don't remember what it took as far as length. But you know, that's how long they were cut, regardless of the diameter. And then it's like, okay, pick this up, put it on the splitter. Then you split that big hunk of wood in half. And then you got to set half of that down on the ground again. Then hold on to the other one as you whittle it away, chipping it up. Smaller cuttable pieces or burnable pieces. But that did make, once you got going with it, it made quick work. Sure. Yo, double our money for fun with double mint gum. Why it won't let me? Let me cut those over there. Alrighty, let's go ahead and move on. Early autumn. 6. Watch the time. This is like that H.G. Wells Time Machine movie. Early autumn. It is. Oh, I was going to weed. Going to put herbicide on my beans. Oh, well. Own a sprayer. Get rid of the sprayer. Rid of the sprayer. Okay. Well, it looks like everything else is ready to harvest other than our fields. Release our sprayer. Some herbicide on our beans. Won't take too terrible long. As long as you sleep at night. As long as you sleep through the night and give it a little bit to catch up in the morning. And you can fast forward through a bunch of days. I wouldn't fast forward through 3 or 4 days without stopping. I would fast forward, get to around 8 o'clock when the lights come on, and then stop fast forwarding and well, we'll see. And then sleep through the night with the sleep trigger. And then wait a little bit for seasons to catch up in the morning. Maybe 3-4 minutes of real time. And then fast forward into evening again. Sleep through the night. Same process. Yeah, kind of surprised that our beets are still growing. Just over the crop. Minimize overspray that way. I do wish there was an overlay that showed you like spray herbicide application. You know, like there's an overlay when you apply fertilizer, an overlay when you're seeding, see where you seeded. Wish there was an overlay that showed you where you had put your herbicide. Other than really just kind of guessing. Guidance steering definitely helps. Now that you'd kind of be guessing on your widths. Scenes like this where you can see the clouds moving up in the sky, that even though 17 sky looked better because it was simply a high-res static image, kind of like the movement of the 19 sky. Give it a little bit of life as opposed to always the same sky image. I do know in 17 toward the end there came out a skybox rotator. Let you rotate through a series of images. Still, at the end of the day, the sky you saw in the morning was the sky you saw at night. Glad I didn't get that front tank. Fill this up. Get the rest of that pallet. And then Up and spray the other field. Yeah, this. What the heck was that? Sky is alive in 19. Wow. Praise. Sky is alive in 19. And just like some things, 19 was a step iteration. Whatever's next, hopefully the sky will be a bit more improved, right? This sky was the first generation of its implementation. Bound to be better in the second implementation. What happened there? Just crazy. People walking the streets. The Giants released today another blog post with several videos from the Alpine farming. Oh, I forgot to fill up the Alpine farming expansion. Let's go back. The Alpine farming expansion video contest. Watching through those videos today. Some of them were really interesting. Some of them were pretty nice. Some of them were really weird. Like there was one where there was this little rigid track being chased by a giant 12-wheeled Challenger through the hills of Erlengrot, and it didn't really make any sense. What's going on here? There's a couple love stories. Man meets girl. Man introduces girl to farm, and they become blissful farmers together. But if you've got about 30 minutes to spare. Go check them all out. I mean, it's clear a lot of these people put a lot of time into coming up with their concept and obviously filming their concept. I think an organic type playthrough would be interesting. I did a bit of that on Erlengrot once Precision Farming came out. I decided I was only going to do organic fertilizer. So it was slurry and manure applications only. Boom up so we don't hit the side of the road there. So I haven't looked, but I heard somebody mention that the Millennial Farmer map is back listed as in testing. Is this true? Is this true? Oh, well, this is the Kuverland sprayer, 28-meter working width, or the Kuverland Vicon DLC. Get an 18-meter, 24 or 28-meter booms. Also get the pull behind in 18, 24, 28, 32, 36, 40, 40-meter working widths. Just basically adding more boom segments to the whole thing. We'll have to see what it looks like. What's up, Genetic J? See if it's anything, if it's significantly different than what was previously out there. Oh yeah, I mean, this DLC has all kinds of interesting things to it. These sprayers with the variable width booms are just one of them. Obviously the fast track baler. The fast bale, whatever it was called. Go here to Cuver. Let's go to Vicon, right? So we had the mowers, which gives you the widest working width of any mower in game. And you can basically do it to windrow. Wing mowers will windrow. Got a rake. Got the fast bale that will simultaneously wrap and bale. No more stopping to unload. Just drive. It will auto govern the tractor speed to maintain an input speed. Then you have the Gooverland stuff. Plow, some cultivators of various types, seeders, seed hoppers, sprayers that we already talked about. Fertilizer spreader also had, this also had variable width. It does have variable width. It's just not configurable. You basically change it in game. Wrapper. So yeah, lots of stuff. Decent width and fairly low horsepower requirements. Screw's Workbench wants how to Lua in 3 easy steps. We're in the hilly section of the map. The southern section is much flatter. We're kind of up in the hilly, wooded area. So this part up here is more hilly, whereas the farmland down here is all fairly pancakey. Now, from what I understand, this is a Google Earth image of the town, and it's been, from what people say, represented fairly well within the realms of Farm Sim. Well, just going to go with what we've got. Whoa. Step 1. Read a Lua that says, "Hello world. How are you doing?" So now we're kind of down in the flat. So the interstate's like right here. There it is. There's the interstate. And jump down here. There's the interstate. The author has the interstate traffic out there. Periodically, you have road noise. Got a little farmer's market here. You're looking at, buddy, the Sakya one. Walking around like y'all big and puffy. All right. Go on to mid-autumn. Can't get these beets or corn ready. Something's got to be ready. Oh, she's dark. Dark at 7 a.m. on a mid-autumn morning. There we go. Remove tops. All our cornfields ready to go too. So's our beans. So's our beans. I would imagine their beans would be ready, our corn's ready, everything's ready. Oh, and it's wet crop. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? Thankfully. Do root crops with wet crop. Been a long time, but I don't know. It's like a bicycle. This field is what you all made me plant. Made me put beets in. What? Oh, come on. Supposed to be able to do root crops when it's wet. I gotta wait for the moisture to burn off. There we go, we'll hire help. Of course, the hired help takes 3 years to turn around. Yeah, let's check the weather. Oh, rain. Rain. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? So we're mid-autumn. This is the last day of mid-autumn. This is late autumn. Last day of late autumn. And then winter. Well, at least we could harvest this stuff in winter if the temperatures held up. Not looking like we're going to be able to get this stuff off the ground anyway. I don't know, Mark. I mean, there's maps. It's not that I don't like them. Susan County Co-op, the only place for my beets. I mean, we did Bessie Beneath. Did a debt-free farm thing on Bessie Beneath a while ago. There were a couple other ones I was looking at doing a debt-free farm thing on when I was looking at that one, but I settled on Bessie Beneath because I felt it was more appropriate for that type of gameplay. Thought Six Ashes was pretty nice. Probably a couple other maps that were pretty nice, but I don't remember the names. There he is. It's Sam. Pound Sam Gaming 43 Modding. Welcome back to the channel. How you doing tonight? I like that functionality of this trailer. The ability to lower those sides. Then the fact that they auto fold up when the fill level gets too high. Good, good. I'm glad you're doing good. I heard that it was in testing again. About all I know. Sadly, I don't know how many people are just done, just checked out. It's been here, it's been gone, it's been here, it's been gone. It's been something that has been coming for multiple years at this point. I mean, personally, from what I understand about this map's been in development for just as long, if not less long, as the Millennial Farmer map. Remember, the Millennial Farmer map was supposed to have been in the mod contest for Farm Sim 19 in 2019. And it wasn't only until a week or 2 weeks before the mod contest was it basically announced that it wasn't going to make it. And then the rest of 2019 came. The rest of 2020 came. And then it showed up and then went away very fast. And it showed up again and then went away very fast. I just get the sense that, I don't know, I think people have moved on. I mean, quite frankly, I think the biggest issues with the map were self-imposed by trying to play things outside the playable boundary. So I think if the shop wasn't outside the playable boundary, I think if the silo system wasn't so different, I'm all for innovation, but there might be a reason certain things haven't been done before. So we'll see if this version has the same shop outside the playable boundary, or if it's been brought inside the player boundary. I mean, this map is the map author's very first map. It says 2 years in the making. I think this map is a lot more attractive than the Millennial Farmer map could be. Yeah, I mean, they're trying to make the silo do all this stuff with base game functions so it'll work for console. I think it's just complexity for the sake of being complex. Like how the belt animation continues underneath. I think the people that are going to like the map are going to be fans of the channel. Then some of the other issues with the map that I'm remembering were related to just people doing field work on certain parts of the map and getting you're below the water level. I mean that's map testing. That's having someone go out and do field work on every single field. If they did that, they would have got that message. It's the same. It's the same with some other maps that are missing language entries. Okay, I mean, all right, I get it. Not every map author is English. Okay, that's fine. But I would really think that the two languages that are predominantly used in Farm Sim are English and German. And as such, I think that you would want to make sure that the maps work well in both languages in testing. I can't read German, so I don't. If I even changed my system language to German, I wouldn't have a clue if it was right. But missing language entries is 100% just as much on Giants as it is on the author. I'm not, you know, Giants is just to blame on some of these things as the author, but I mean, when you have a Polish map that gets released with Lua errors in the with all the animal pins, the point where none of the animals work. And then in Giants' own videos about their quality control testing process, they state that they spend at least 30 minutes in game in every map trying every sell point and trigger. Well, there's no way you try to buy animals because it didn't work. There's no way you loaded the map up in game and looked at the log, because it's there. Yeah, 30 minutes to test a map. No way. Alright, so guys, we are at our 2-hour time frame. We're going to be calling it for the night. I'm going to be out of town tomorrow. So there will be no streaming tomorrow night. But we will be streaming on Sunday night. And tonight we'll be doing a little test streaming on Crawford Farms for the red versus green challenge. And then Monday night starts the challenge for legits. Till next time, happy farming.